Hey guys, Bruce Bishop with Big Buddy Productions. I picked up a new lens from Campbell Cameras this week, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about some of the features of this lens and some of the criteria I look for when I choose lenses for my DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. This bad boy is a 70 to 200 millimeter f2.8 G series lens from Sony. The biggest thing that I looked for when I chose this lens is that fixed aperture, that f2.8, and what that actually means is that this lens from 70 millimeters all the way through 200 millimeters carries that same aperture. The same amount of light is coming in this lens all the way through the zoom range. You know, there's other lenses out there, like something that I started with not that long ago. It's a 55 to 200 lens, and it's a good lens as well, but it's a variable aperture lens. It goes from 4 to 5.6. So even at its best, it only lets in half the light that Sony lets in. And when I'm zoomed all the way out to 200 millimeters at 5.6, I get 4 times less light through this lens. So as people that are filming in the outdoors and always trying to fight the light because we can't add our own, those last half an hour, first half hour type situations is when a lot of the action happens. And when you have 4 times less light through this lens, there's going to be situations where you're going to have to start adding ISO to this lens to try to get some usable footage. And once you do that, you start to add grain, you start to reduce image quality, and it can get pretty frustrating. So that fixed aperture, to me, I know those lenses are more expensive, they're heavier, but it really starts to bring your footage into that cinematic and beautiful type look, which is why a lot of us film with DSLRs. So that's the major reason that I chose this lens. The other thing is at that 2.8 you get a lot shallower depth of field. So if I really want to try to draw my viewers' attention to certain objects and make sure they're in focus and then other things in the frame are out of focus, at 2.8 I can do a pretty good job of that, and it really just adds this nice what they call bokeh, and it's a blur around what you don't have in focus. So another great feature and a reason why I look for 2.8 lenses. Just about every lens that I take into the field anymore is a 2.8 or faster type lens, and this is going to be a great one to add to the arsenal. I had something very similar to this, and I just wanted to upgrade. It was the second most used lens in my entire bag, and this one will probably fit that same bill. So if you have any questions about the lens or anything about some of the things I've said, feel free to comment below, and I'll do my best to help you out. Also, if you're looking for camera gear and you need some help, check out CampbellCameras.com. There's some great people over there. They know a lot about our industry and the things that we're fighting and looking for when we choose camera equipment. So go to CampbellCameras.com and give them a shout. Happy hunting, and we'll catch you down the road.